Apple is beginning a 5-year health research study in cooperation with Brigham and Women's Hospital to see how device data can inform effects on your health, not just women, anybody, and look for connections between different areas of health, like the relationship between your sleep, your exercise levels, your mood, your heart rate. Participation is voluntary. I don't really have a problem with Apple having data like this from me, but if I did, it's anonymized.
I'm not too worried about them mishandling the data. And I think we mentioned this before, but I think it's really interesting that people are willing to volunteer to do this to the tune of 420,000 participants so far in the 3 studies they've had.
Yeah, I like it too. I mean, the number one thing I like about it is the thing that I think all these sorts of things should be when it comes to tech companies wanting to use data or asking to use data, and that is that this is opt-in.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody's having to go find a setting somewhere and say, turn this off before it goes live or whatever. To me, that's key. Everything else just comes down to personal preference, whether you want to participate or not. I don't see any harm with giving them my steps data. They can have it.
And you can stop sharing it anytime you want. Like you can share just parts. You can say, I don't want you to have my sleep data. You can have my heart rate data though. Like you get control over that. It's really well done in that respect.
There's 2 ways of doing this. There's 3 ways. There's taking it all without your permission, or you signed some obscure EULA and gave it away and didn't know it.
That's the bad way.
That's the very bad way, the worst way. The second way is them saying, hey, we're going to be doing this. You need to opt out of it. To me, that's also bad, not nearly as bad, but it's bad. And then there's the third way, which is, hey, we're in this together. You want to do this, or you don't have to. You can if you want. All Apple can do is that one way. They do anything else and they're in trouble because they've staked so much of their reputation as a company on personal privacy. And they do that in the face of competition, not so much prioritizing your privacy. I can hear, if you're conspiratorial that nobody's keeping anything you do private, cool, whatever. But hear me out. Of all of the providers, of all of the personal electronics, smartphone assistant people out there, Apple stakes their entire reputation on this. And I think it would be devastating if they breached that. It would be very bad.